Hey everyone, and welcome to another Marks & Crafts review. Today I'm going to be having a look at the MetalGarurumon Figurerise Standard Model Kit. Now, much like the Wargreymon that I had a look at, this is the anime accurate model kit, which is why it's called Figurerise Standard and not Figurerise Amplified like some of the other Digimon kits that I've painted and had a look at on this channel. So this is as anime accurate and as simple as they could make the model kit. And in some areas it's actually better than the Amplified MetalGarurumon, and in other areas it's not so great. But we'll be having a look at it today, so let's get right into it. Now here's MetalGarurumon all built up. I didn't really panel line it or do any additional details like I did with the Wargreymon, where I repainted pretty much all of the areas that were stickers. On this one I just used the stickers included and didn't panel line any of the additional details. As this is a Figurerise Standard kit, there weren't a whole lot of panel lines, but there were a few that would have brought out a little extra detail, and I'll probably go through those. And there are very slight colour inaccuracies that I could find that would be recommended to paint up if you did want this to be as accurate as possible. There are also a few seam lines and things like that we'll go through. So, general aesthetics of the kit, it does absolutely look like the animation model. It's like, there's nothing really crazy about it. It just looks like MetalGarurumon, which is the best thing about these Figurerise Standard kits, that they look exactly like the animation models, especially when they did the full 360 warp Digi-Evolution animation. So this is pretty much as accurate to the series as you can get, at a pretty affordable price, because the Figurerise Standard kits are pretty cheap. So you can just see that he looks pretty good. The only real differences that you could probably notice are like very obvious joints, like right where the paw meets the leg, and I'm pretty sure they didn't have these massive color gaps here. But yeah, look, otherwise it's pretty much as accurate as you're going to get from a figurine, especially a posable figurine. And speaking of posing, kind of like the Wargreymon, there's not a lot to this one, although I would say that there is probably a little bit more motion, but you can't achieve too much out of this just because it is a four-legged animal, and therefore you can't really get it into crazy poses unless you attach a base, which there is a base adapter hole right here. It does not come with a base like the Amplified kit did, but otherwise not bad. Also, for color accuracy, weirdly enough, these are all stickers, but underneath it is an actual like fully red painted area, which is odd because this whole segment is like etched out and everything like that, so you don't really need the stickers. I guess they just wanted to do it for the lighter shade of pink. But yeah, it's just a little bit odd. Also underneath the feet, these little turbine things, they're meant to be grey, or like a gunmetal black, but yeah, I just left them as is because we're not really going to see them. But yeah, let's go through posability. So the head can look down that far, look up that far. You can get a little bit of side to side. The mouth can open. Unlike the Amplified kit, you can't move the tongue. The tongue is stuck in there, but you can open the mouth, and it does have a little bit of motion, which is nice, and it does change the expression quite a bit. These little rockets on the shoulder can move. The wings can move just a little bit, which is fine. The legs can rotate around, but they get stopped by the little shoulder rockets. The legs can also bend forward that far, back that far. It's nice that there's that little pipe. The feet can move down that far and up that far, so not a whole lot, and they are a ball joint, so they can twist just a little bit, but not enough to get dynamic poses. Back legs, similar thing, it's just blocked by the very visible joint. Feet exactly the same, although you can get a little bit more of a pivot. The legs can rotate all the way around on the back because nothing's blocking them. The tail can bend up and down. Don't know why you'd want it. There's a very, very slight side to side. but I think that's just because, yeah, it's popping out. So don't worry about that. Just the up and down, which I don't know why you'd use it. And in the midsection, you can bend it like this. You can bend it up and bend it down. So you can get some pretty good motion out of it that way. And basically you can get some okay poses, nothing too wild. But it's just difficult for it to sort of keep a pose because of that. Just trying to get him in something. So you can sort of get him in some poses, but nothing too crazy. It is recommended to just pop him into a base. I've just got a simple Kotobukiya flying stand here. This is just a simple 3mm peg. And this way you can display him flying around or doing some slightly more dynamic poses and things like that. Now you may have noticed these little clear yellow bits in the wings. Those are meant to be effect parts for like attacking and things like that. I just like the silhouette more with them attached, so I've just left them on this entire time for the review, but it is an effect part and technically an accessory. But I sort of like to have everything on this kit equipped on the kit. There are a few stickers and things like that little detail on the cheek is a sticker. The detail is actually etched out on the actual plastic, so you can paint that up pretty easily. Like I said, the little pink bits on the chest also color separated, but they also give you stickers, which is weird. This little metallic bit on the tail, that's a sticker as well. You can paint that pretty easily. It's also separated. The eyes are stickers. The amplified kit had these little like red whisker bits as stickers. For this kit, they're actually part separated, which is kind of cool. But yeah, look, MetalGarurumon's never been my favorite. He's a cool character, but I've always been more of a WarGreymon fan. But look, he gets the job done. He's kind of cool. I just never really attached myself to him nearly as much as I did the rest of the cast. But look, it's a pretty decent kit. I do like that he fits right in with the rest of the collection, and it is nice having a set of figures that are anime accurate. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with it in that sense. It's inexpensive, so I'm not really too fussed about it. Either way, the face sculpt's fantastic. Yeah, you can get just about what you need out of it. Would have been nice with slightly more articulation or a cooler accessory, like maybe firing the rockets or something like that. But look, you get what you pay for it, and it is an improvement over the WarGreymon, even though the WarGreymon looked fantastic. His posability was pretty damn limited. At least this one, you can get what you need out of it, and it makes sense to the model itself. So that's pretty much what it's got going for it. Next, we'll do size comparison. Here he is next to the Figurerise Amplified Batman. Let me know if you'd like a review of that kit in the comments below. I've just built him up for fun, and he's pretty cool. Next is the Figurerise Amplified Beelzemon. He's about as tall as the Gallantmon. He's not the biggest amplified kit, but works in scale with the others, and he's a pretty cool one. The review for that one will be coming up pretty soon. And last size comparison is the Modoroid Strelitzia from Darling in the Franxx. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I don't know what else to say about him really. He's just another good addition to the ever-growing Digimon model kit collection. I am glad that we are getting more and more Digimon representation lately, which is fantastic, and it would be cool having sort of amplified and regular versions of pretty much everyone, even though some of the amplified kits might as well just be the regular designs anyway. But generally it's cool to have it as a bit of a contrast. It's really cool. I'm happy just to see more Digimon stuff. Hopefully we'll see some Angemon stuff soon, maybe some Seraphimon and things like that, but only time will tell. The next major one coming out is Alphamon, so we'll see if they do all the Royal Knights and things like that. But anyway, that was the MetalGarurumon review. I hope you enjoyed that video, and I'll see you all next time.